What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Out of the Basement. Today, we are answering your questions. Of course, I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And this is the answers portion of our Q&A, our 1.5K sub Q&A that we posted, I believe,
probably over a week ago.
A little bit over a week has passed. This video, it'll probably be about 2 weeks by the time this video comes up, but it's just the way things are.
Yeah.
So,
guess we'll jump right into it.
Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. The first question comes from Mike, and he says, "Where is Bucky?"
Where is Bucky? Who knows?
That's a great question.
Well, I guess we can offer an explanation. He recently got a promotion at his job.
True.
So now he works full-time, right?
Yes.
So, super happy for Bunt. Because I know that's a position he wanted.
Definitely.
And the trade-off is we just don't get to see him anymore.
True. Our schedules line up worse than ever at this point.
Yeah.
It's not, can't be mad. He's happy. We're happy for him.
Our cut just keeps getting bigger. Anyway, that was from Instagram. We only had 2 questions from Instagram, both people we knew.
True.
So the majority of questions came from YouTube. So Luck82, aka Lucy, aka my girlfriend, said, "What is OOTB's mascot?" And I thought about this for a second, and I gotta say, a brick wall.
Definitely.
Since the very beginning, I guess that's more so our channel art, but
True.
I guess that's a answer to that question is that we've always tried to incorporate bricks into our channel art. Even when we did our gaming channel, OOTB Plays, that was like pixelated, like 8-bit brick.
Yep.
We don't have any bricks in the basement.
Yeah, my
it's kind of just an aesthetic choice.
Yeah. Really, wood paneling would be the more appropriate background.
Right.
But
there's something sentimental about the brick logo.
And it's just a classic, like when you think of a basement, you think like bricks. At least I do.
I don't know if I do. Anyway, now on to the YouTube questions.
Steam asks, when will Justin drop an ASMR action figure review? Justin ASMR reveal at 2K subs? Tingles for the boys?
What the hell?
Jrick?
Alright. Out of the Basement ASMR, second channel.
I think it's time. ASMR action figure reviews. Like, scrape the action figure against the microphone.
Oh, God.
Like, bash it into it.
Guys, today we're going to be reviewing Black Series. Bucky did have an ASMR channel at one point.
That is true.
But
hey, get us to 2K subs, and I guarantee Justin will make your dreams come true.
Right. Ethan Harm says, "Are you excited for the Scooby-Doo movie coming out in May?" I believe this is more a question for you.
True, I did recently review Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. Boring movie.
Ooh!
No, I'm not excited. It doesn't look very good. Don't really care for the animation.
Damn!
Alright, Josh and Gabe ask, who's your favorite Jedi? Justin?
That's a very hard one. There's so many good ones to choose from.
Definitely.
Because, there's your more mainstream ones, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker.
Definitely.
But then there's your nice deep cuts. Shakti, Aayla Secura, Plo Koon, Kit Fisto, Kiadi Mundi. I do like Plo Koon because he's the leader of the Wolfpack. And the Wolfpack just has a great design.
True.
But I would probably say Obi-Wan. I just don't know why. I mean, he's great in the Clone Wars.
True.
He's very comedic in the Clone Wars. He's kind of sassy. I think he's, even in Revenge, he's kind of sassy.
Yeah.
Always cracking jokes. So I just thought that was... And I love Ewan McGregor, too.
Of course.
And Alec Guinness, of course. But I'd probably say Obi-Wan overall.
Solid choice.
What about you?
I would just say purely based on design, Kit Fisto, 100%. I mean, he does have a decent amount of character development in the Clone Wars, the old one and the new one.
Right. And he gets shirtless.
True. And he's the smiling Jedi. Always cracking that smile.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about him. Ever since episode 2, I've always just been attracted to like the design of Kit Fisto.
Right. Even though like tentacles are not really practical with a lightsaber.
Right.
Like, you would think he would slice those off all the time.
He probably uses the Force to keep his hair in check, so it doesn't get out of control.
He uses Force hair pull.
Yeah, most likely. A Force scrunchie.
Alright, Sith Lord 66 asks, well, he says, congrats, guys.
Thank you.
My question is, what are your least favorite Black Series figures ever? Top 5. I didn't see that one before, so I didn't have time to think. But just off the top of my head, Jin and Cassian.
Right off the bat.
Just because they clog the shelves, they don't have photoreal.
Yeah.
Basic articulation. I think the worst Black Series figures that we have are early red and black box.
True.
Like, the blue line and orange line, most of them had double jointed elbows. And then, like, the red and black box is kind of like when they got rid of them seemingly forever until they brought them back for some occasions.
Yeah.
But the early red and black box stuff, like that Poe Dameron figure, that's just like...
The X-Wing pilot one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I do have, and I keep that helmet on him. He just looks like a regular X-Wing pilot.
He looks haunting.
Yeah, I would definitely say that Poe Dameron of the early red and black box.
True.
X-Wing.
I would probably throw...
Jin and Cassian, just because they clog the shelves. They're just boring, regular figures. I mean, they're boring, regular characters in the film.
True.
There's nothing to them. They're photoreal. They don't have photoreal, so... Black Series was never that good at doing human faces.
True.
Rebel Trooper, or Resistance Troopers, kind of just like
Pointless.
In the frame for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
AT-ACT pilot.
Cheap repaint.
Like, it's a trooper, but that's too far. Rogue One took it too far with introducing so many different trooper designs.
True. Slave Leia.
Slave Leia.
Too small.
Looks like a child.
Yeah. Way out of scale with the Black Series line.
And the knee joints.
All of the joints
All
on
the joints
her
just look
awful.
weird.
The face is terrifying, but
Yeah.
unfortunately we'll never get a remake of that figure. But so it'll
Disney.
it'll have to do.
Yep. I didn't think of anything else that I absolutely hate. I mean, Constable Zuvio is kind of an actual good figure,
Yeah.
but
He doesn't exist.
yeah, he doesn't exist. At least that specific Constable Zuvio doesn't actually exist in Star Wars.
True.
So that's kind of like a stupid figure.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a bunch of like cheap repaints and stuff like that would come to mind,
Yeah.
but I can't really think of anything
Yeah.
off the top of my
I'd just
head.
say X-Wing pilot, Poe Dameron, Jin Cassian, Resistance Trooper, AT-ACT pilot, and what did you...
Slave
Leia, Constable Zuvio.
Of course, there's
Those are the
there's like
stinkers.
plenty of early figures that aren't like so bad, but they're not great either. Like
Mhm.
Return of the Jedi Luke, stuff like that, where the face is really the issue.
Yeah.
Josh Delif asks, he says, my girlfriend is leaving me for Nate. Must be that rad goatee he always rocks.
What about my beard?
I wish I could grow a beard. I don't choose to actually have a goatee. I can't grow any facial hair on the sides of my face, but I would rather have some facial hair than none. So this is just what I do. It's the only choice.
It's your trademark.
Yeah, if I could grow a beard, I would. But Josh, I think you're safe. I love my girlfriend very much, so I don't think she's going to be leaving you, bud.
She's leaving.
He says, on other news, what's your least favorite figure you guys own? So anything.
Oh.
It's a good question.
That includes NECA.
Mm-hmm.
Although, why would I buy a NECA figure that I don't like?
True.
It's not like the Black Series. I would probably say, back when I collected Marvel Legends and did the Build-A-Figure Giant Man. So something like Red Guardian or Fury.
But you don't have those figures anymore.
No, they're still there.
Oh, they're just boxed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So I still technically own them, but like Red Guardian and then the one that's like G.I. Joe or whoever the hell that
You're
is.
talking about Nuke.
Yeah, Nuke. Yeah, everyone's favorite Marvel character.
Yeah, true. Mine would probably be, specifically because I know I never even took them out of the package, the Jin and Cassian that come with in the 3-pack with the Death Trooper Commander. I never took them out of the package. I just opened it, took the Death Trooper out, left them in there, put the box in my figure storage.
I did the same exact
Called it a day.
I did the same exact thing because it was $20 on Amazon.
Yep.
With Prime shipping. Just take the Death Trooper out, throw that shit away.
Yeah. So those would probably be my least favorite figures I own because I never even took them out of the package. Everything else
That's a good pick.
Like, I have some figures that I don't necessarily like that I have on display, but they at least made it out of their package, to their credit.
Monkeeker says, what is your favorite boutique release in your collection? So finally a Blu-ray question.
Yeah.
Because we do movies and Blu-rays on the channel as well.
Very true.
That's a very good question as well.
It's almost like we have two separate audiences.
Yes.
Like,
and then we have no audience for Power Rangers.
yeah, true.
Nate does them anyway.
Only for Kevin.
Yeah. So what is your favorite boutique release in your collection?
This is a pretty easy one for me. Most likely mine would be the Arrow Video limited edition release of Django, the original spaghetti western starring Franco Nero, simply because that was pulled from shelves due to some licensing issues.
Yeah, I remember that.
So it never actually got officially released, but if you pre-ordered it early enough on Amazon and a couple other places, they were still faithful and fulfilled their orders. So I actually got mine off of Amazon. It's super rare now, but I would never, at least at this point in my life, sell it because I love that movie. I genuinely enjoy it, and I wanted that release to watch the movie, so that's what I'm going to do with it, and I'm going to personally enjoy it myself. Unlike people who kind of just bought it and instantly resold it for like $200, something like that. Of course, Reanimator, Bride of Reanimator, those limited edition Arrow sets also come to mind. Super dope. What about you, Jarek?
Well, I really like the Scream Factory steelbooks for The Thing and Halloween 2.
Ah, yes.
Those are super dope.
True. And you're, just so I guess everyone's kind of aware, you're more so just now getting into the boutique game.
Right. I have a handful of Criterions, handful of Arrow Video, Scream Factories. I got one Blue Underground.
Not the Godzilla box set?
Well, I was getting to that.
Okay.
I was going to say, I do really like the Scream Factory steelbooks for The Thing and Halloween 2. Probably more so Halloween 2. They both come with nice 4K scans.
True. The Halloween 2 4K scan is so cool.
All my Arrow videos are like standard Arrow videos.
True.
But for Criterion, that's where my love comes in. Moonrise Kingdom comes with so much. Comes with like a poster of the kingdom. Comes with like the Indian corn book. Like the whole ass book.
True. I just recently picked up that Criterion.
Yeah. That's definitely the Criterion that I have that comes with like the most stuff.
Yeah.
Supplemental materials. But I also really like the Night of the Living Dead Criterion.
Good poster in that one.
But just, if I had to choose one single item, I would obviously choose the Godzilla Criterion digibook set.
Yeah. It's too big, though.
Yeah. The insane art. It's just so colorful and everything just pops. I recently watched Invasion of Astro Monster. Nice trip down memory lane.
Nice. How was the transfer?
It was really good.
Better than you'd ever think you'd see an old Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I mean, from the 60s and like late 50s. So, I mean, and early 70s, I believe.
Yeah, up to 75.
Yeah, so, and it's super valuable as well. I mean, it's probably the most expensive. Oh, that's not a boutique, is it? The Friday tin. It's technically not a boutique release.
It's not, yeah.
Because I would say that's my favorite Blu-ray item that I own in my entire collection is that Friday the 13th tin.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose a boutique, I would definitely say the Godzilla Digibook Criterion set.
True, and you reminded me, obviously, shout out to the 15-disc Halloween box set from Scream Factory. That was a legendary set. Getting all of those rights holders to agree to release all the movies in one box set.
Yep.
Eric Kaiser says, where do y'all live? I don't need exact addresses, LOL. I'm up in Petoskey, Michigan. Just curious what y'all hunting ground is.
Depending on where Petoskey, Michigan is. I don't know if that's the Upper Peninsula or if it's the mainland.
True.
We're probably in a very similar situation in terms of hunting because we're also in the Midwest. We live in the Chicagoland area, Northwest Indiana.
True.
We've said Northwest Indiana before.
And there's plenty of people that watch our channel that are from the area.
Yeah.
YouTube definitely, it's weird that it's almost like they show your videos in your area.
Yeah.
So we do get a lot of people that recognize when we're out on vlogs, like, oh, hey, you're over there. So yeah, we live in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks because we have a theory.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know if this is a theory, but if you live on the coast, especially West Coast, like Mike Case or Cass or Case or...
I think it's Case.
Okay. He's always finding like these super rare figures like probably 2 months before we would even remotely have a chance of finding them.
True.
So I do have a theory that if you live on a coast, like east or west, you get figures earlier. I think Midwest is a pretty horrible figure collecting area.
You got to think the boats come in on the coast.
Yeah, all the way from China.
Yeah, and distribution probably works its way in, with the Midwest being like the last place to really ever get anything. Although recently we have been having a lot of really great luck, especially with Black Series or Black Series figures.
Which Hasbro did say they were going to work on distribution, and if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they definitely did, and it seems to be working out. But yeah, we live about an hour away from Chicago, give or take traffic. So
even I would say less than an hour.
Yeah, give or take traffic.
Yeah. All right. So Lucy, again, my girlfriend, commenting on YouTube this time, says, if it were up to you guys, how would you end the last Star Wars movie ever?
I've been thinking about this question since she said that, and I just have no idea. The last Star Wars movie ever. No more.
I mean, Revenge of the Sith was a pretty definitive ending, because it made Return of the Jedi a very definitive ending.
Yeah, true.
Because one theme of Star Wars that I kind of don't like, even though I'm a super passionate diehard fan, is that all of this war and chaos is all for nothing in each of the eras because some big evil organization takes over. Like, you defeat the CIS just so the Empire can form. You defeat the Empire just so the First Order can form.
Yeah.
So it kind of like it downs everyone's efforts before that. Like, oh, we went through all this trouble just for like basically the same empire to emerge from the ashes. So I would have the movie end definitively in terms of like there's no way that some evil organization could rise in power again.
True. I think that would be obviously the best way to end it, would just to be like finally like the Republic or the Rebels or whoever the good guys are in this imaginary Star Wars movie defeat the enemy and put like laws or some sort of regulation in place to ensure that it never happens again. Yeah, or maybe if we're going more Jedi and Sith, I think just extinguishing the Sith once and for all. Because I'm under the belief that the phrase to bring balance to the Force means extinguishing the Sith, because I think using the dark side is unnatural. Like, you're not actually supposed to use it. Yeah.
But some people say balance means, like, more literally, like 1 and 1. But then again, the prophecy was that Anakin was the chosen one and he would destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force. So I think if you listen to the prophecy, maybe we're going to have to bring back Anakin. Maybe, here in the new Rise of Skywalker.
Well, yeah. I think a lot of people are... I mean, I haven't read any leaks or anything like that, but a lot of people think, Force Ghost Anakin, Force Ghost Luke. Teaming up. I'm down.
I'm down for Hayden to come back.
Yeah. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, I would just wrap everything in a nice little bow, exactly how Return of the Jedi did.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's sometimes I'm like, man, Return of the Jedi had a really nice ending and wrapped everything up.
And then
the First Order just rises, and they're like, damn, we did all that for nothing. And they have a Death Star that's like 10 times the size of the first Death Star.
They put a giant laser on a planet. They said, you know what this planet needs? Laser beam.
Yes. But basically, without giving a definitive answer to that question, that's how I would end it.
True. Our boy Fig Fury 79 says, how many Gungans does it take to destroy an entire galaxy? And the answer to that is just one. Because look what Jar Jar did. Gave emergency powers to the Emperor. Pretty much.
You know, I've been thinking about this question, Fig. And even if you had a fleet of Gungans, even if you had, like, a whole galaxy full of Gungans, like, if you had millions of Gungans and they were trying to, like, take over a galaxy, they use such archaic technology because
True.
George was trying to make it, like, you know, kind of like Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks using bow and arrows and rocks. These Gungans...
These slingshots.
Are like natives to the planet, and they don't use modern technology. They use like blue balls of energy, blue balls, and yeah, like slingshots and like freaking dinosaurs. Like, I don't think they could because they use such archaic technology. I don't even think if you had like a massive army of Gungans, you just mow them all down with lasers.
Definitely.
So
what if they're all Roose Tarple though?
Oh, with the mustache.
Yeah. You better look out.
Well, then it's game over. So I don't think it's possible, Fig. Brian McComb says, nice hoodie. I see you're also a fan of H3H3. Well, that's not a question, but thank you. Christelle, who is a friend of the channel, we know her. What is some new gear you would like to have for the channel? How do you store all of your stuff? Do you get embarrassed in front of the camera? Okay, there's multiple questions. So
right, let's go down.
All right. So what is some new gear you would like to have for the channel? If we're in Fantasy La La Land, I would love to have more than one camera.
True.
And access to Adobe Premiere Pro so we could easily like change what view we're seeing. You know, Bucky will kill me for this, but kind of like the format of Red Letter Media videos.
True.
Where it might be a best of the worst and it cuts to whoever's talking and even like a split second of like someone else's reaction. I think they have a really good setup in terms of multiple cameras.
True.
And they also have people behind the camera most of the time filming them, so that would help as well.
Yeah.
So, Fantasy La La Land, Adobe Premiere Pro, more than one camera, probably way better cameras as well.
Say we'd probably need at least like 3 cameras.
Yeah. And the DJI Ronin S, DSLR or SLR stabilizer, electronic stabilizer. I'd always want one of those. I have one for my phone. Obviously, that was before I got the new camera, so I don't really use that. But that'd be cool for vlogs and such.
True.
So,
yeah.
Any gear?
I think you hit everything I'd want.
Yeah.
Pretty much at this point. Better editing software, a better computer.
Oh yeah, I do need a better computer,
And,
which I will get to that.
And having multiple cameras. I think that would be super dope.
And a set, maybe green screen.
Yeah. We'll recreate this as a set one day, but it'll be like exaggerated and gigantic.
Yes. Then she also asks, how do you store all of your stuff?
Well, it's either shot on a cell phone, so just put it back in my pocket. Justin brings over his camera equipment, takes it with him every time.
Camera bag for the camera. I put my DSLR in a nice little, or the tripod in a clear bag so it doesn't get dirty. Put it back in the box. The lighting that I have 2 lights similar to Nate's.
Yeah, which I just put my lights in my garage.
Yeah,
when I'm done with them.
My lights in my guest bedroom now. So, before that, I just fold them all down. They come in this carrying bag. Usually just put everything in my car when I'm traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
My drone has a case specifically built for that drone off of Amazon. So, pretty basic stuff.
Yeah. The good old...
The dream is to have a studio Or, like, if I were to get my own place, just have, like, a room dedicated to filming. Just have everything in there set up.
Don't ever have to take anything down or up. But yeah.
All right. She also asked, do you get embarrassed in front of the camera?
I think I used to, especially when we first started out and transitioned from no video. Like, for those who don't know, we started as an audio-only podcast way back in 2015. That was the first time we ever really did anything on the internet. And when we switched from doing that to video, it was weird at first. Like, I remember filming my very first Blu-ray update and thinking, like, oh God, I'm so awkward. Like, this is so weird talking to no one. Obviously, most of our videos, there's one or two people in, there's two or more people in them, so it's not too awkward because it's like we're just having a conversation. But even now, like doing solo videos, everything, I feel like I can just gab to myself, like no problem.
Yeah.
I think it just comes with getting more comfortable.
Yeah, I could relate to that. And then lastly, any embarrassing stories related to the channel? Well, I would say our first X amount of uploads are all embarrassing stories.
Yeah.
Especially the podcast.
Yeah, the podcast when we were super crude.
Vulgar, inappropriate, just like...
I don't know how... I mean, barely anyone listened to those, but I don't know how literally anyone listened to them. Like, going back, I'm like... Because obviously I still have all of the stuff, like...
We still have them. They're up on private.
Yeah.
So you guys cannot see them.
But I also have other stuff that's not on private anymore on my computer.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to listen to. We were so cringy.
Out of the Basement was originally Nate, Bucky, Connor, and some other people. So I wasn't even on there at first. I was brought on episode 7 of the original episode 7 of the original Out of the Basement podcast, which is on private. It was like when Matthew McConaughey was rumored to be Osborn for Spider-Man.
Oh man, that was so long ago.
Yeah. So that was probably like what, 2014 or 15?
It was 2015 for sure.
Yeah. So those are all embarrassing, honestly.
Yeah. Never want to look at those again. And then Electric Fox, which is my friend Riley, we work together. Any thoughts on discussing TV or show discussions, like newer shows premiering, season reviews, thoughts on TV shows you liked and want to get more coverage? For me, I don't really watch a whole lot of TV shows, so I don't really see us like going too far into getting into TV shows. We talked about Game of Thrones, which who didn't? We're currently talking about The Mandalorian, which who isn't? Probably gonna do, I would imagine, gonna do a season review for Watchmen, the HBO Watchmen show, once that's all over with, probably with Connor and hopefully Bucky, but who knows at this point. But I just don't watch a lot of TV. I'm more of a movie guy, and when I'm not watching movies, I'm playing video games or playing an instrument or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a movie/video game person. Not much of a series guy, although I love Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones.
True, and obviously
I used to be,
Wars.
Back in the day. Yeah, Clone Wars, of course, Mandalorian. If it's Star Wars related, of course. Yeah. But not much of a show guy, not much of a series guy.
Yeah, I would agree. I just can't take the anticipation of tune in next week. Again and again and again.
And then you got your filler episodes.
Filler content, definitely. Especially shows like The Walking Dead. But yeah, we do still cover sporadic TV shows.
Right. We do what we want. Creeper Creep, such a fitting name, says, where do you live? What's your age? And what do you guys do for a living? Where do I sleep as well? Just kidding. Also, I don't know why, but Nate, for some reason, reminds me of Matthew Broderick's friend in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So, where do you live? Northwest Indiana. We said that. I just recently turned 24.
True.
My birthday this month.
I'm 26.
And I think Bucky's 25, right?
Yeah.
So, we cover all the bases around here. 24, 25, 26.
And I believe Connor is also 25. Maybe 24.
Yeah.
He's a young man.
He is a
deceptively young man.
True, I think he might be 25. What do you guys do for a living? That's an interesting question. I've been trying to get an internship with something videography related, and I just recently had an interview for an internship at my number one place that I wanted to work at out of college, and it went super well, but they ultimately decided not to give me an internship because it would not be appropriate at this time because I don't have experience with Adobe Premiere Pro, which I don't have a computer specifically built for editing, which you need to run Premiere.
Because we do have a version of Premiere. It's just CS5.
Yeah.
My computer can't even run CS5.
Yeah. So, and then if you want to get modern Adobe Premiere Pro, the Adobe Suite costs an annual fee, which who would want to do that unless you're working somewhere that has it?
Although I think you can do it monthly. It's like $20 a month.
But like, I use Wondershare Filmora, you use Sony Vegas, which they're really similar, and they're perfectly fine for what we do. Like, we haven't had the need to do anything with Adobe Premiere Pro. Unless our short films, I'm sure we definitely could have utilized it, but we just don't have the need for it. It costs an annual fee, and you need a pretty decent computer to run it. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping they contact me in the future because I know they do internships from scratch. Like, you know absolutely nothing, and you can still intern there. So that's what I'm trying to do. I deliver pizza right now, which might be a stereotype, might be a little cliche, but there's good money in pizza delivery. You would be honestly surprised by delivery services.
Yeah, that is true. I am part of the management team at my local movie theater, so I help with all sorts of managerial things and customer service, all that fun stuff. I delivered pizzas with J-Rick for a while.
He did.
We also met at this particular movie theater.
That is true. I used to work there for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's where we met.
Yep. So
friendship.
A beautiful friendship spawned from it. And yeah, I like my job a lot.
Just if you're curious, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Communication about a year ago.
And also Creeper Creep. Was it Creeper Creep?
Something like that.
Or Creep Creeper.
I think it was Creepy Creep.
It's also not the first time someone has told me that I look like Matthew Broderick's friend from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Nice.
So I thought that was kind of hilarious when I saw that, because I was like, wow, I've actually had other people say the same thing. I can kind of see it, but whatever. So those were all of our questions that were asked. Pretty fun video.
Yeah.
You get very interesting. You get to know a little bit more about us, a little bit more of our personality outside of we're just two giant dorks hanging out in the basement talking about movies and action figures. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the answers. Maybe we'll do another Q&A video in the future, but
for 10,000.
Yeah. Probably way down the line. Q&A videos definitely. I don't like when channels over rely on doing a Q&A all the time.
I say we do one every week now.
Yeah. Weekly Q&A videos. And we're just going to be reading like BuzzFeed articles to ourselves.
Yes.
Like, we're going to answer 50 questions to find out what Star Wars character we are. So thank you so much once again for 1.5k subs. Super awesome. Can't wait to hit 2,000 and beyond. Hoping to hit that 10k before our channel's permanently deleted from YouTube because of COPPA.
This channel's not made for kids, damn it.
Fuck. Shit. So of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on it. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about movies, action figures, or should I start saying adult collectibles? Movies, adult collectibles,
films,
Blu-rays, films, art, as in
beer,
the art of visual storytelling. Of course, I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for everyone for your questions and all that. And we will see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.